Hey witches! Welcome to the 31 Days of Tarot. This hashtag was created by Ethany and I was super excited to participate. Let me go ahead and take my glasses off because you're getting a bit of screen background glare. There we go. Alright. The first day of the 31 Days of Tarot, inspiration is supposed to be from 2018. It was very do what you want with it as long as it has to do with 2018. What I initially thought about doing is showing you all my cards for the year, but I've already done a blog post about that and I will link that below, and that's my spread for the year. Instead, what I'm going to show you is my tarot cards that are my guides for the year, and how I do this is through numerology, and I explain it all in my book Manifest Your Magical Year workbook. And like I said, I do through numerology. My last year's cards were, I have two because of how my numerology works out. I have the Devil and the Lovers. That was my last year's card. Very intense learning experience. This coming year is going to be an equally intense learning experience because I have the Chariot. I'm trying to show these to you without the glare, and the Tower. These cards are from the Silver Era Tarot. The artist is, I'm probably going to absolutely just slaughter her name, but I think it's Anya Khan, and the author of the book is Russell J. Moon. Here's the cards. I love these cards. They're really beautiful. If I'm not mistaken, the artist is actually the woman depicted in most of these images. And I'm pretty excited about these cards. What is so funny is when I first realized that these were going to be my cards for the year, I was actually kind of nervous. I had not run into the Tower very much since 2013 in my own personal readings. I've had them come up in readings with other people, and it's never been a good situation. I've never had a situation that the Towers have come up and the following reading and the following experiences that the person has had have been, well, they've been difficult. In 2013, I pulled the Tower in a daily tarot spread hours before I had my miscarriage. I've pulled the card in reading. The most recent one that I can remember was for a woman whose husband was in the military, and some stuff happened with their lives after that. That was pretty heartbreaking. So I was a little worried whenever this came up, especially since I am entering my Saturn return, and that's said to be a very it can be a difficult time in your life. But the more I sat with it, the more I was like, no, I'm so ready for this. The Tower, the biggest thing about the Tower is that it's not just a card of destruction. It's the card that it's a shock and it's destruction, but it's to clear the area for something new. It's not destruction for destruction's sake. It's not chaos necessarily. It can be a clearing of the path and getting away anything that is no longer benefiting you, including things that you want to hang on to but are rotting in your life. It's clearing that out from you, and especially in alignment with the Chariot. The Chariot, to me, as far as an overarching meaning, of course these meanings change, or not change, but they get a little bit different depending on what else is going on in your reading if you're doing these in a spread. But as far as an overarching theme for my year, the biggest thing that came up to me, or for me, is the Chariot. It has two horses. Now this is a the the artist took liberties with the images, of course. So it's not showing the exact, what you would see like in a Rider-Waite deck or a Theosophical deck or something like that. But normally you see a Sphinx or a horse on each side of the rider, and the rider is in the center. And how I see it is those horses or sphinxes or whatever are usually facing separately. You know, they're trying to go into two different directions, and the rider is in the center. And the rider is the physical manifestation of a spiritual entity and will and purpose. So your true will in spiritual form, so you are in physical form. So here's true will in alignment in the center. And on one horse is your conscious decision, and the other horse is your divine purpose, you know, the purpose that you have in this life. Now, I know not everybody believes in purposes and destinies and all that stuff, so I'll try not to dwell on it too much. I personally believe that we have something that either we have decided to do before we were born into this world, or that a purpose that we've been given. I kind of lean towards the decision, like there's certain lessons we want to learn, certain things we want to do when we come into physical manifestation. And I think that's this horse. While this one is the conscious ego decision making that we have right now. And they can go separate ways. And what that does is it topples the cart. It messes with your true will, which is trying to stay centered. And you have to make the decision to rein those in and either move your conscious decision making in alignment with your purpose and make things easier on your physical experience of this world, or you can keep struggling. And the Tower with that is clearing that road for you. It's getting the distractions and the things that are not benefiting you out of the way of your road, so that you have a clearer path to rein that in, to make those decisions. The thing about these cards is it doesn't do really the work for you. I mean, I guess in the case of the Tower it does, but it does it in a way that you still have to make decisions. You still have to make choices. You still have to pull those reins. You are still in control of the situation, and you have to decide, are you going to make things harder on yourself? So those are my cards of the year. I'm in my Saturn return, and I am actually really looking forward to this. I'm seeing this as, yeah, there's going to be growing pains, but there's so much I have planned for this year, and I'm already seeing so much of it starting to come up. Plans and goals I made, because I've been working on my goal setting since Halloween. And just kind of, you know, going over the year, what has worked, what hasn't worked, what would I love to see in 2018. And already feeling these energies come up since my birthday in December, and already feeling so much of this, it's going to work out. And it might not be the easiest path in the world, but who said that that was going to be the most fun anyway? So I'm really looking forward to it. So those are my cards of the year. Like I said, I use numerology to figure them out. I know that there's a lot of things online that can probably explain it to you. If you would like to be walked through it, I still have my Manifest Your Magical Year workbook on sale through probably going to go back to the original price by the 3rd. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful 2018. Blessed New Year. Bye.